gorgeous souls. My name is Color. I'm a psychic and master alchemist of energy. And this episode, we are talking about the Matrix. What is the Matrix? So, there is the natural Matrix, and there is an artificial matrix created on this planet, which the film The Matrix and all the movies go into detail about the artificial matrix. So the Matrix, which we are all experiencing, the natural matrix is the base of reality. And this is what creates the planet we're on. Planets, moons, solar systems, galaxies. The natural matrix, the universe. And that is all flowing, and that is all how we as souls, light beings, experience life. Yes, we are souls in the bodies, pure energy, experiencing life on planet Earth, to those watching on Earth. And there are extraterrestrials that surround this very planet. And on this planet as well. So that's the natural matrix. We live in a simulation. We are energy in the bodies. That is the root of who we are. Spirits, spiritual beings. We come from Source, God. There is a source to our energy essence. And so we live in a simulation, and within this simulation, we have created more simulations. An easy example for this would be as simple as creating a video game. So you have the developer and the creator, which creates a video game, the setting, and that creates a simulation. That in itself is a simulation within the simulation. The base of reality, the natural order and flow of things. Now this is the interesting part. Let's get into the artificial matrix that has been created on this planet we call Earth. There is an artificial created matrix on this planet, which is based off of the films The Matrix with Keanu Reeves. I don't know how to say his name. But talking in real life, on this planet, there is a false reality, false artificial matrix. And it is designed to trap and enslave our souls and our bodies. So, let's get into it. This artificial matrix. It goes something like this. We are born into the system, and we are raised to go to school. And these schools are actually hidden institutions, public schools. as well as private schools globally. I don't speak for all schools though. There are some hidden or schools out there. Anyway, so we are born and then we go to school, which is a hidden institution to sit down and listen, raise your hand if you need to use the restroom or whatever. So really it's to institutionalize our minds, our bodies, and our souls to take orders without question and follow orders. So from school, we are told to get a job and go to college. Some people go straight to a job after school, and that's the way it was designed. Told to get a job, and people who go to college end up in debt. It's designed that way. So that when we do get a job, guess what? We're busy paying bills. Busy, busy, busy. A lot of people are always busy. That is not a coincidence. So from college, you get a job, and then from this job, we're told to retire, hopefully at 67, if you're lucky. Most people don't. Most people actually don't even make it alive to 67. So that is the artificial matrix that has been created. And really, it's a big distraction. It's modern enslavement. And more people are waking up to this matrix, this artificial matrix, that this is not living. It's not a life. It's set up for death. So that's why a lot of people are suffering. There's a lot of misery. There's a lot of crime. That is the big cause of this. The artificial matrix. And as more people are realizing, hey, this isn't living, this is just surviving, and you can't even call it surviving, it's just suffering. More and more people are waking up to that. And we're seeing people opening up their own businesses, and I am one of those people as well, and on the internet. Because we're always working for a random job, jumping from this job to that job, or staying at this job hoping to retire. That's suffering. And more people are realizing, hey, I don't want to live that life anymore. And going into my own personal experience, I used to have a basic job. I was getting minimum wage and working a lot. And I remember just like only having 2 days off a week, dreading the next day. Like all my energy was just going into this job, and it's modern enslavement. It really is. And we got to find ways to be free. I'm not telling everyone to quit their job. I'm saying we have to find ways to pour into our own soul, pour into our own life, and be like, hey, I'm taking my power back. Give me that. Give me my power back. Because if you think about it, where is all this suffering? It's energy. it's energy. And seeing all these crime, this hate, it's energy. Everything is energy. So where is that energy going? You see what I mean? Who is feeding off of the fear? Who is feeding off of the suffering? Who is feeding off of our pain? Because we are souls, and our bodies have, in this artificial matrix, get compromised and enslaved. So what is happening to our souls? There is a lot of trapped souls right now. And the energy of the suffering, the torture, it's going somewhere. And it's going to, I call them, I don't even know what to call them. But they do have a physical body and they are a race. And I'm talking the Anunnaki. How do you say that? Anunnaki, which have come to this planet and created, we're just going to get into it. I don't know if it's the Anunnaki or some other extraterrestrial species, but they've come to this planet, right, to mine gold, and well, they didn't feel like doing it themselves, so they created a species on this planet. And the Bible calls it Adam and Eve. Well, the Bible has it a bit twisted. It's more metaphorical. Adamana, Adam, Adamana. The Adamana species that these extraterrestrials created, the inorganic ones, they aren't natural and they don't live naturally. And so that explains they created this species, and we have natives and we have the Adamana, and a lot of it has been crossbreeded. And a lot of people and so there are some people with light compelled skin that have Native American in them. So that explains that. Anyway, they created slaves, us, and it spread to the indigenous people. There's contamination, even in indigenous tribes right now, and it's being cleared out as I speak. There is a revolution happening, and it's revelations. We are in revelations. Everything is being revealed. The truth is coming out, and expect to keep hearing whistleblowers speaking out, like myself. But I'm also talking about whistleblowers that know this information, that I'm talking about whistleblowers that worked for the CIA, worked for networks, that know all this. And it goes beyond the CIA and these agencies. It is extraterrestrial, the inorganic ones. And we're going to hear more about that as well. And yeah, we're living on planet Earth and there are extraterrestrials. That might surprise people. And they've dumbed us down, the inorganic ones, to the point where some people are questioning their insanity. Like, that's how horrible it's gotten, the manipulation. That people don't even know that they are a soul, that people don't even know this planet very well. And that's because of the artificial matrix, the artificial life that has been pushed out so much on this planet. And the inorganic ones, they just want us manipulated, controlled, and depressed. They want everyone dumb, depressed, and just following orders, feeding into fear. They manipulate the mainstream media, the news. It has a trail. And so it's no coincidence that we're seeing depression rates, anxiety rates, a lot of people walking in the streets scared, fight or flight. It's not normal. And they really want all of us trapped in our homes, trapped in the house. They want us trapped in a box. And that's why television is a box. The first television was squared, right? And now it's rectangle, very popular rectangular TVs. They want us trapped always watching Netflix. They want us trapped always watching the news. And they always want us inside, living a very artificial life that we have to pay for and work for. It's bull. It's so bull. And yeah, that no wonder they want us working like slaves, and not only working as slaves, but living as slaves. So that's why we see obesity high right now, especially in the United States, which is the concept of countries. Keep in mind, it's one world. We're all connected in this world too. And obesity is happening because there's a lot of people always inside or always on the couch watching TV and eating. And if you're going through that, I have compassion for you because I experienced that as well. I used to be very, very depressed in 2022, 2023, and even 2024. And I feel like this year for me, 2025, hey, Gregorian calendar, I've just had a really great spiritual awakening, and I've just been going with it, going with the flow, the natural flow, and stepping into my power. That's the answer. And so here I am making this video telling you that if you're going through depression, if you're always waking up not wanting to be here and just go to the TV and eat, or come home and just go to the TV and eat, and then go to work, come home, TV, eat, work. That's the artificial matrix. That's the trap that's been created globally. And I have compassion because I've been in that place where I was working and then come home exhausted, just watch whatever and eat and dread going to work. I was caught up in the artificial matrix and I escaped, basically. And I have to thank God for that one. Every day I wake up grateful to be alive. Whew. That was deep. So I've done a lot of healing, a lot of growing, and we have to wake up and be excited to live our life. Take our power back. Hey, that's mine. Not waking up dreading work. I hope that this helps anyone who dreads work. If you need to change jobs to something more enjoyable, do it. You don't have to be stuck till you retire. That is the trap. That is the artificial matrix, and they do use technology as well to create the artificial matrix. They really use it to manipulate us, and one of the technologies is MK Ultra. It was a project created, and they have these energy weapons to keep us dumb, basically, and questioning our insanity, questioning reality every day. And that is not normal. That is not natural. What is normal, what is natural, is the collective consciousness that we are in this universe. And I'm not saying multiverse, I'm saying universe. One. And within the universe, there has been other universes, simulations created from the base of reality. So there is a lot of mixed timelines, and time travel is very, very real. And when it comes to our physical bodies, our lives, it is best to live as presently as we can. Because when we live presently, we go with the divine flow and we step into our power and live life to the fullest, because that's what we came here for. We didn't come here to hope to retire and work this artificial job, get this artificial money. You got to keep in mind, money is artificial. I'm not saying it's evil or anything. I'm just saying it's an idea. It's artificial. And it's printed by machines, the cash, the virtual numbers are artificial in the bank accounts, and all those kinds of things. And there is ways we can get it naturally. Use our divine power to get it, manifest it, to live our best lives as this system is changing. Okay, so I feel like I've gone into deep detail about the artificial matrix, and I want to say there is hope. And unity is the answer, not chaos, basically. Balance is the answer, unity, and we need to come together, keep uniting, keep truth bombing, exposing these networks like the CIA exposing NASA for who they really are and that they aren't working in our favor. They are supporting the artificial matrix. Who else? Like, there's many networks. I think that is the DIA still a thing? Like, you have the CIA and then there's the DIA, right? See, I don't have it all figured out. I would love for a truth speaker to come out, a whistleblower, in which they are. More and more are coming out. And I feel that's why when it comes to officials in these networks, in the earlier times, we saw really when they retired and when they're older, truth bombing and exposing. Because they're like, well, I'm about to pass anyway. Let's go ahead and expose the truth. But yeah, there is suppression going on from these networks, secret societies, and the inorganic ones, the extraterrestrials, that literally feed off of our fear and suffering. I want to say, as this keeps getting exposed and more people step into their power and get money our own way naturally, that is healthy, that's how we are taking down their artificial matrix. And I want to say it is collapsing as I speak. It is still up. There are still people trapped in those cycles, trapped in their minds, in their brains. And there is a lot of people actually trapped in the past. And what the past actually is, when we live presently, following the earth rotation, the sun, the moon, that's living in natural time, galactic time, galactic time. Where was I going with that? Oh my gosh, I lost that. As more people live in natural time and not, oh, people being stuck in the past, that's where I was. When we live more presently, we realize there's a lot of people stuck in the past, and what the past actually is a loop. It's a loop in our brains that keeps replaying the same memories. And most of these memories are trauma based. And so there is a lot of people walk out in public, out in the cities, living in trauma, living in fear. And so that's why we see fight or flight so common, and people are staring at each other like, oh, who's that walking next to me? Or, you know, it's a joke. It really is. So we need to turn off the past. It's a loop. And I would love for to teach how I live in natural time, um, galactic time, and it's as simple as, I mean, look at the birds, for example. They live in natural time. So they really follow the sun. When they start to see the light, the sunrise, they're waking up. They're like, okay, I'm in natural time. It's a new day. And they're not stuck in the past. They're not stuck replaying memories or depressed, suppressed. So I believe more of us, hey, let's start living in natural time. Let's start living more naturally. It's so much more healing. And the way I live in galactic time, I do still use the world clock. However, it is secondary. I follow the sun, I follow the moon, and I follow the earth rotations. So, for example, if I am scheduling something for, like, for example, it's about to be Thanksgiving. I have plans this Thanksgiving. I do. And so I use the Gregorian calendar, which would be Thursday. It's an illusion, keep in mind. It's just someone slapped these names Thursday, Friday, Saturday on these days. So it's man made. And so this Thursday, it's this week, right? I would say that, and according to the Gregorian calendar. However, that's secondary to me. What's primary, I would say, oh, in 2 Earth rotations, I have plans to go here. So that's in my brain. In 2 Earth rotations, I have Thanksgiving plans to go here. I'm going to be ready. That's how I plan it out. I don't really say, oh, on Thursday I have Thanksgiving plans. I don't say that. I just use it to secondary to mark my plans, my schedule. So that was just an example there. If you want to learn more about galactic time, I really recommend checking out UFO Caller on Instagram. I think she also has TikTok, but she has a website, I believe, and you can join her community. It does cost money. However, she teaches the 13 moon calendar, and I find it very fascinating. I love her wisdom. So if you want to learn more about living in galactic time, I highly recommend UFO Caller. And that's how, and when we live in galactic time, natural time, the artificial grid system, the artificial matrix collapses more as we live in truth. And yeah, live in the natural matrix, live in natural time, galactic time, which I live in, and it's so much more fulfilling, so much more healing. And keep in mind, we didn't come here to be slaves. Oop, my voice. I need to drink some water. We didn't come here to be slaves. We came here to be free. And I hope this inspires you. All right. So, thank you so much if you're listening or watching this video here on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is the Color Vibrancy Galaxy podcast, and this is just the beginning. Super excited. If you like to support me, leave a tip. I have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal at Color Vibrancy Galaxy. I don't think I would say at. I don't know. It's Color Vibrancy Galaxy. No space, no numbers. And I do have an online store. The link will be in my bio. It is colorvibrancy.spreadshop.com. Actually, don't quote me on that. It's in my link tree. It's in my link tree. I have some merch if you like to support my business. All right. All my socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, all my socials are at Color Vibrancy. No space, no symbols again. And thank you so much if you're watching this or listening. Till next time. Alrighty.